YouTube, you fools try to limit me. Muting and deleting channels, thinking that's the end of me. Y'all are not on my level, smaller than a centipede. This is my purpose, TBT is a ministry. I do not tire, my God gives me energy. Chose by Messiah, you believe? Come get with me. Married to a black queen, we got the illest chemistry. Founded the Black Tube, and now we making history. Black Tube, 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 what? Black Tube, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? TheBlackTube.com. I'm a giant killer, son of an omniscient God who's realer. If this be the thriller in Manila, I'm Ali in his prime. It's showtime, go time, about to take what's mine. We are not with your agenda, we showing real life.
they say? Hello, good night. Say hello, good night. Hello or halo. Halo, good night. Yeah, peace be upon him. I can't think of his name right now. Comedian, funny guy. Passed over, but he was making comparisons as to, his homeboy who was from Jamaica, you know, how they answer the phone. Hello, good night. What I hear when I hear that is a lot of Moorish Latin, Espanol. It's a greeting. Buenos noches. Buenos dias. Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. So it is. Day one Sundays. Makes a whole lot of sense, right? Day one, Sunday. Day of the sun, Sunday. Sun, SUNSON. Mm. Mm. Let me see what had happened. Right quick. Again, though, peace and love, whatever though, what it do, what's popping, what's cracking, what's happening in end time, 9 times 10. Pardon the delay in, getting started. Has some difficulties that may not have necessarily been technical. How about that? How about it? Let's talk about it. How about it? Talk about it. So we see the title. This is episode 1. Colonial 13 colonies, U.S. as in United States, and USA Inc. Right? And there could have been other names of this company, corporation, corporate entity, cartel of Christian conquistadors, you know what I'm talking about? Cretans, things like this and that. Things like this and that. And the various statuses that go along with those brands, the various bloodlines that go along with those brand names, because they are brand names doing business. DBA doing business as or just doing business. Business, big business, the biggest business, the biggest boss for real, not Rick Ross, the biggest boss, being that USA Inc., right? That Federal Reserve Treasury Bank that keeps it afloat or gives the illusion of such by way of their fiat currency system, right? Right, the one that has mass genocide, ridiculous wealth gap, stolen generational wealth. And day one is where we at with it. So we're gonna talk about it again. Halo. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Mm-hmm. So let's get on it. Let's get here. We came here to do like Redman. Like Redman. Right. Where is that? Take down Michael. Y'all call Cat in the Hat. Cat Williams. So let's go full bar. Let's get to some things. This is their version of 13 colonies, right? The first 13 colonies are New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, Massachusetts. And this right here, this is an error. All right, because again, this is not the complete name. This is the Providence Plantations, Rhode Islands. Something like that. Anyway, Connecticut, New York, right here. New York. New York, not Old York. New York. Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Delaware, South Carolina, and New Hampshire. All right. So that would, make up the 13. It says the list of the 13 original colonies, right? So when I say day one, we know for us, this is not day one. This is day one with the commerce and trade that was allowed to take place by apparently a confederation, right? Why do I say that? I say that because we know that, right? Because before, pre, not post, look at me, pre your Constitution and your Declaration of Independence, pre what you had was the Articles of Confederation. Hear me. Got a Continental Congress, Continental, not country, not county, not state, not city, not township, a Continental Congress, right? And up under the Continental Congress, what was produced was the Articles of Confederation. So again, you have a confederation, right? Some would say a band of clans, a band of tribes had to give way to some type of allowance, permission in order for these, let me go back, these, do we call them immigrants or migrants? Because obviously, this is not, and look at the religious order. I just got to look at that. The United States of America initially consisted of 13 states that have been British colonies until their independence was declared in 1776 and verified by the Treaty of Paris in 1783. New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Providence. Oh, okay, so now they have the whole name listed here. So I'm about to put this on. Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. We just read all of those, right? So take me down. We're going to go full blast with this right here. Although we've addressed this, we've shown the case. Is it going? Is that this on? Hold on. Using my left hand. Let me see. Okay, so let me blue it like Bluey from Incognito. Bluey. See right here? Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. Oh yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Hit that like. All my peoples, all the relatives in the building, right? So if you've been rocking with me, we've discussed this Rhode Island and Providence Plantations and how in 1920, in 2020, they put it on the floor to change the name because this is still the name of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. They did not change it, right? So we've addressed that. All right, and it's so many different nuts and bolts and nuances that go along with all of this. Like as we're speaking about this, you see the mention of Treaty of Paris in 1783, right? You see it, it's there. See it, right? No making things up. So let me fast forward a little bit, right? With this, originally, after this comes your United States and your Constitution, your organic Constitution, as you know, we be proper in our stance over here, right? So let's talk about what that is. Let's split it up right quick. Let's go. When I say, I'm saying us, we're splitting it up. Us, republics, the republic, and later on, this democracy that, you know, they're promoting and have been promoting, right? So when we say us, let's talk about the things that come to mind. You understand? Like kingdoms and empires and clans and tribes, even in some cases, dominions, right? Because you have to consider the nations that fell and lost their sovereignty. Let's just say what it is. Those territories became dominions, right? Just like this one. To make you think a little bit, right? And we know the difference in between what a dominion, kingdom, empire, right? And the clans or tribes. Again, we're talking business, right? And every aspect of it for a people of a different continent to come into some land that's already filled with peoples and ancient monuments and things of that nature. You know, commerce and trade already happening because of the current. Anywhere there's current, there's going to be some trade and some commerce taking place. And when I say current, I'm talking about the straits, the water, right? Whether we're talking muddy water or whether we're talking about the 5 Great Lakes, Lake Huron, right? Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Superior, you know, the Dey-Twah River, and the various multitudes of other rivers, right? So within that commerce and trade begins with what's in the water and what is produced by way of the water, right? So it's no way that some people could come here and it not be people already here when you have all of this already here. Point blank, period. Talking universities, libraries, various estates, right? Business already popping off. Had to be. If Jefferson is talking about burning libraries and only saving certain books, like in the 1700s. Think about it. Big business was going on. Big, grande. Mm-mm. So, all right, that's the us. So let's deal with the us is there's a connection in between us and a republic, which is hence the Republican form of government, the republic, right? They got permission to operate from a confederation. Let's start it over by way of what? Articles of Confederation. By way of a Continental Congress. I want you to think about that. A Continental Congress in the Americas. I could take this down. I'm going to get rid of that right quick. Continental Congress. Say it with me one more time. A Continental Congress. not a U.S. Congress, right? No, not a U.S. Congress, a Continental Congress. I almost want to repeat it and say it again, like I'm Dr. Umar or whatnot, but we don't have to do that. Y'all know what a continent is. You know the difference in between a United States Congress and a Continental Congress. That's two different type of Congresses, two different statuses. Is that what I want to know right now? I'm gonna punch this up and I just want to see what comes up when I type in Continental Congress. Let me see here. That's what I'm about to do. Continental Congress. Not max or I should have put current. What is the current Continental Congress? So, okay, the Continental Congress was a series of legislative bodies that governed the 13 American colonies in the newly declared United States from 1774 to 1789. First Continental Congress met in Philadelphia on September 5th, 1774. I don't believe that. I don't. Let me tune y'all into where I'm at. I just don't. By all right, I should not. But, let's give it a chance. It says the first Continental Congress met in Philadelphia on September 5th, 1774, in response to the Intolerable Acts, which were a series of measures imposed by the British government after the colonies resisted new taxes. The goal of the First Continental Congress was to end the abuses of parliamentary authority and retain the rights guaranteed under colonial charters and the English Constitution. Say who? That's what they said. That's what they said. Let me come back over here right quick. The Second Continental Congress convened in 1774 after the Revolutionary War had already begun. In 1776, the Second Continental Congress declared America's independence from Britain. Let's deal with that word again, because we know America is a continent. It's not a country. It's not a nation state. The same way we know that Akibulan or Africa is a continent. Is not a country, is not a nation state. It is a continent that is filled with nation states, right? Nations, nation states, countries with prime ministers and things like this and that. So again, this is the reason why when we begin to try to get a deeper and a more vast inner and understanding of a lot of these documents, that we write off is what it is on face value, right? You have to get a legal and lawful understanding of this. So this is not what it appears to be on the surface. That much by now, I'm sure we all have peeped that. It's not what it is on the surface. Don't get it twisted, right? We don't want you to get this stuff twisted at all, right? So what else I have wrote down? Right, so a lot of missing pieces of the puzzle for many of us is like, okay, you're saying there's 3 different governments, you're saying us as the indigenous starving people, then you were talking about a republic, and then democracy. 3 different statuses. None of those are the same. None. The problem, at hand. And you hear people talking about the cryptocurrency or whatnot, but the fiat currency system created these issues of us not really comprehending what's really going on, right? For some people, what they call it, hustle, yeah, hustling. That hustle that these people talk about is just not an expression for people of a lower class, middle class, upper middle class, high class, meaning wealthy. That word hustle, it, it defines many people in different statuses, right? Know that. It's not just something that came from the streets, that term hustle. Get it done. Do it right, get it done. That's what it is. So this democracy. Hey, democracy. What is this? My bullshit. They say it's nowhere in the Constitution. And again, a republic is established for a particular body politic. Not for me. A lot of y'all get it twisted when you're saying, speaking about the Republican Party, right? And they're bringing back the Republic. They can't bring back something that's already established in there for them, set in place for them, not for us. What a republic got to do with an empire, a kingdom? They're supposed to be taking orders from the empire, right? Not controlling it and ruling it. What they have in circulation, the little dirty pieces of paper on every end, like we speak about a broken system, knowing that the system ain't broke. You see, is I don't want to say ineffective, but it was structured to be and do what it do, pretty much. So my bad. I just forgot all about any type of comments or anything. So where we at? Just the usual. Let me look at the comments. My bad, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. We're back. We're back. So this day one, you know what I'm saying? This day one has to be based upon the day one interaction with those of a European, coming from Europe. I don't have to, you see what I'm saying? Because I start talking about something else, but the day one, it couldn't have started off that good. You see what I'm saying? And what I mean that good. It couldn't have, or maybe it did. What did they bring to the table to trade? That's what did they bring when they first came across the water, right? Knowing that they came from a different angle, but we'll keep it there. Obviously, they couldn't be speaking the same tongue, but I'm not that naive. I'm wise enough to know that contact had already been made long before they began to come in drones, so to speak, right? And with that being said, there had to be some of us who were multilingual, if we were already participating in commerce and trade, maritime, right? On the water, y'all. Come on. It was beyond just the corn and the corn rolls over here, right? Too many precious metals, right? And other commodities available here that you can find in other parts, on other continents and in other countries that have very old carbon dating, right? Very old carbon dating. Definitely predating what they talking about. Right. Hold on. Because I got something else. Where we at? Take that down for a minute. Where is that? I really, y'all, in all honesty, I really just wanted to break down that us being those who were serving peoples, not just ruling various dominions, right? But again, those of us that fell became the dominions of other people with the same phenotype. You understand? Whether or not they was the same nationality, same phenotype. We'll say that. We'll say that much, right? As well as the kingdoms, empires, clans, and tribes. Then we have a republic created in a constitution signed, that constitution with the preamble and the mission and the lawful consideration and all of these other things that exist inside of a contract. Where my picks at? I'm wondering why the other one ain't come up. That's okay. It don't matter. Again, my suggestion is always do not get lost in the sauce of what's going on. When you're hearing words again like republic and you begin to point towards a Republican Party, like no, 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 no. No matter what party you're talking about in this day and age, they will both speak about democracy. Right now, it's tricky because you have someone, the president elect or their president elect, right, who plays on words, right, and renders his support to certain extremists. We'll just say, since they would do it to us. You understand? I give you one better. The word extremist, they'll call a certain type of people extremists, right? But when it comes to us, they'll call us terrorists, which is very twisted and treasonous based on the fact that this is not the land of their forefathers and foremothers, right? So who would be the real terrorists? What we need in our community is some extremists, right? That's the reality of it. We need that. we need some extremists. Let's see what's in this roll right quick. Y'all know this is something I have a problem with. Let's put that up full mass. This is your problem. And I like, no, I'm really messing up. So is this love more than anything else? Is it more than yourself, more than your mother, more than your father, more than your husband, your wife, your children? This is what they gave you. Hey, come on, let's be here to do what we did, right? Pagan, Christian. Here we go. Yeah. Pagan, ancient rituals and things of that nature that came from your ancestors. This is more than just Cretinism, because this, excuse me, appears to be the worshiping of the dead right here, right? It's very Commission, or not, since it's, we started talking about Kemet, we're talking about everlasting life, the key of life, right? Let me get off that. I don't know what we came here to do. This is where we need to be at, right here. Definitely. This will push and shall push. Like if you literally, um, as a corporation, decide to, we're gonna, and again, this, we gotta do this. Must be done. Must be done. The remedy of remedies. Put it on the table. But this is after the no more ticket or click it. No more ticket or click it. Then we gonna get right off in this. Although many of us are already participating. Again, when it comes to sales tax. Yeah, we ain't forget. So we gonna discuss this right quick, and I'm a bill. Let me zoom. All right. Notice there's a difference. Should we remove it? Silver certificate. That's what it is. Payable. I gotta pull out one of my own because I promise y'all I can't see it. Payable to the bearer on demand. That's what I was looking for. I didn't just want to be saying it and said something else. Where's the Right, so if this note right here, this certificate is payable on demand, right? That lets you know that this piece of paper wasn't the actual money, right? It's not the actual money. Silver certificate is what it was. And you had to take this somewhere in order to get your money, right? A Federal Reserve Bank. Or you took your money, which is your gold or your silver, to the bank and they issued you these certificates. That's how it went. Again, they'll play it lightly and say, well, no one wanted to carry around like pounds of gold and silver. That was, so they decided to put it in the bank. You understand? And as proof, you were rendered this certificate, which was payable on demand. Meaning, you returned this and you got your gold and silver when you need it. Or you paid someone with this note and they was able to take it to the bank and get paid. So you use this as a promissory note. Could be, right? You use this as a form in order to barter and trade. That's what was happening. Yeah. Would just be the $1 bills, which is fine because I could pull out some tens and some fives on my own. And this is definitely me in 2020. Hey, don't go up, come down. Y'all got it twisted. So sorry, so sorry. Mm. 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 Hold tight, I'm trying to find some. Let's see if we can get it. Wow, it's moving so slow. So let's move on because it don't want to let me do what I'm trying to do. Take Bill Cosby off the screen. Let's see. Right here. Right here because I'm here. I'm there. Mother of the planet, I'm everywhere. We here, we there. Mothers and fathers of the planet, we're everywhere. Right. So with this uh little known fact, some of our people have been labeled culture vultures. If that wasn't the biggest oxymoron you ever heard, culture vultures? Those people who you label black? You gotta be kidding me. And again, I don't know why it's moving this slow, but it is. It's not letting me get here what I came here to do. Hold on. Nah, it won't let me do it, y'all. That's crazy. So who was already hit? Who was already hit? Knew what it was. Knew it was the Montezuma, Georgia. King Tupac. Emperor Tupac. Wonder what's there. Can be thou. Shrink this up because it's on my way. It's not letting me see what. Oh, if there's more. Yeah. So my great grandfather town right there, Elkton. This is the town where the KKK right here was originally formed in Pulaski, Tennessee. And let's go back. Right next door was my peoples, my Gardner bloodline right here in Elkton, Tennessee, right next door to Pulaski. I'm talking right next door neighbor next door. So what else is on? That's my great grandpop right there. My paternal great grandpop. Some particular obviously that I'm looking for. Yeah, that's good. It can be there, so we take it away. So that's what we was trying to do. And now it's letting me load up over here, so give me a minute to get myself together and put y'all up on something at the same time. What is this? Yes, that is it. This one is just uno. Let's go uno. Boom. Put y'all in it. And let's see. What? Nothing. We learn each one teach one all the time. Let's see. Um, I think I'm gonna have to come down on the music a little bit. Nope, that ain't the one. This is. All right, here we go.
This reality became evident to the U.S. government. We were in the middle of the Cold War with then Soviet Union, and we did not want to tip our hands to what our knowledge base was on this topic. We did not want to broadcast that to the Cold War. Cold War is long over. It is, sir. It is, sir. There's also then the philosophical argument that the Department of Defense and the intelligence community is solution oriented. And when you don't have answers, it's a really tough spot to be in.
It's easier to be quiet, suppressed than if you don't have answers.
Indeed, sir. In fact, there's a very real example when we built the U-2 spy plane and flew it over.
It's too painful to admit. But I.
Please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr.
Yes, and so in most instances, if they can't, I think I understand from this hearing, and we've never, well, I already, please.
Okay, you want to hear what this lady has to say? I don't know if she's a senator. I think she is a senator. We about to find out though, and we don't know for sure. But what she said, hey, let's listen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr.
Issues going forward. I yield back. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to recognize Ms. Gilbert for 5 minutes of question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Now that we have all been cautioned in this committee hearing that the mention of Pentagon's Immaculate Constellation program could put us on a list, well, I already find myself on many lists, I'm sure. So I speak my mind often, so why not just keep going with it? May as well just go all out and say it. The earth is flat, birds are government drones, and we've never set foot on the moon, and Joe Biden received 81 million votes in the 2020 election. So let's just see how many lists we could get on here today. But Mr. Schellenberger, I wanted to ask you, I think I understand from this flat, birds are government.
Gotta go back.
Well, I already find myself on many lists, I'm sure. So I speak my mind often, so why not just keep going with it? May as well just go all out and say it. The earth is flat, birds are government drones, and we've never set foot on the moon, and Joe Biden received 81 million votes in the 2020 election. So let's just see how many lists we could get on here today. But Mr. Schellenberger, I wanted to ask you, I think I understand from this hearing that you would agree that classifying information like this is not in the best interest of the people. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, with the caveat that, of course, I would support classification necessary to protect secrets essential to national security, but I think it's pretty obvious that there's overclassification.
So, UAPs, no more UFOs, it's UAPs. Wow. So the birds are drones? Like which birds? All the birds? Are you saying all the birds are drones? That's what I'm saying. Like the truth is specific. And sometimes it can be layered, right? But as a whole, just to say that, like, come on now. The birds are drones? It's not the first time I heard that. But me in my right mind, I can't um I can't fathom that all the birds are drones. Like, now if you can prove that to me by dissecting all the birds, you have to look at what your mission would be in order to prove that this is truth. You'd have to dissect all the birds. Now you're messing up the ecosystem is what you're doing at this point. All right, that's why I don't get into all that, y'all. But I think this is enough for this evening. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hola, buenos noches, my friends, my people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, and let's go.
Supreme.
Shock.
Etymology. Say I'm dope, I said I'm smoke, fire, blowing air, carbon, earth, solid, water, wet. I'm steady beat, a sister soldier that dies effects. So gone with all that hoopla and rah-rah. Unless you talking about Atun, Namuna, Amara, pineal glands, all seeing eyes. We call the third eye. We came to build, not pay your bill. Slang municipality, city seals like roadkill, descendants of ancient mound builders. Not supposed to need encyclopedias, genetically encoded with 720. We got amnesia, claiming we Christian cretins in love with Yahweh, Muhammad, and Jesus. But you was living inside of God when you was a fetus. But believers and never believers, non-believers, cause we don't be lying, shaking hands and taking